So the title of this video is What is Emotional Intelligence? Now I just made a video titled Mind versus Consciousness, not meaning mind versus consciousness battling one another, but what is mind versus what is consciousness. And the distinction that I drew, and I'll very briefly cover this one, is that mind is one aspect of consciousness. Mind is not all that there is to consciousness. There is mind and there is consciousness, which encapsulates mind. Within consciousness there are other aspects. There's the mind, there's also the heart, there's also the feeling body, there's also the physical body. These are all aspects of our consciousness, and we need to tap into all of them and integrate all of them within ourselves in order to be whole, in order to experience true healing, in order to truly tap into our full potential and power as we go about our lives and view the world around us. So emotional intelligence is that aspect of our consciousness that gets neglected and overlooked to a great extent in our society. We are so focused on the mind and the body. That is the main focus. It's about how can you use your mind in order to manipulate the physical realm and make our lives more convenient and more comfortable. That is pretty much the focus of our civilization at this time. But there are these other aspects of our being that if we were utilizing them, we would be so much more in tune with the earth, in tune with ourselves, in tune with each other, because there are parts of ourselves that when they are accessed, when they are vibrating their energies, it makes life fun, it makes life interesting, it makes life creative, it makes life loving. You have love within yourself, because love is a feeling. Love isn't a thought. It's good to have positive thoughts, but having positive thoughts doesn't equal actually being present in a loving space. So emotional intelligence is about being present emotionally. And I suspect that 90-something% of women can relate to that, and 90-something% of men can't. What does that mean, being emotionally present? It means that you are in touch with your emotions to some extent, that you have cleared the backlog of denied emotions within your soul. Women tend to be more in touch with their feelings and their emotions. They allow them to move and be expressed more freely. You'll see it in various places on TV shows, wherever, of women talking about, oh, I had a good cry. I don't know when the last time I did that. I can actually remember. It was when I got my heart broken about 6-7 months ago. But before that, man, it had been years. So most men haven't experienced that any time in recent memory. And so most men just aren't very in touch with their feelings and their emotions. They don't let them move much. They're up in their head thinking about things, and the concept that there is a presence beyond those emotions. When you allow your emotions to move and to be expressed, then you find that there is a presence of being beneath them that they are actually just masking. And that is emotional presence. That is simply being in a space of feeling sensitivity, that you just tactilely feel the world around you, not just physically, but that you sense the energy, that you are tuned in, that you are tapped into somebody's personal energy, the energy of the environment around you, that you can just feel it. And so that is really what emotional intelligence is being in touch with your emotions to the extent that you can feel something, that you can feel other people's feelings, that you have compassion and empathy for them, and that by being tapped into that feeling part of yourself, you are making your decisions and your choices and perceiving the world around you, simultaneously thinking and perceiving from your mind. You are also feeling and intuiting from your feeling body. And that adds a whole nother dimension to your being, to your consciousness, to your intelligence, a very important aspect of consciousness and intelligence, so that you're going about the world not just thinking about things, not just perceiving from a rational point of view, but from a feeling place as well. And that adds a whole nother dimension to one's perspective that is extremely important. And I'm going to add a little footnote here. There's a book, and I wish I could remember the title. I'll just briefly mention that basically what it is some guy who went and looked at studies all around the world on various different topics and filtered out the men versus the women. And across the board, women were better at pretty much everything. This may come as a surprise to some people, especially some men out there, but I'll bet you, and this wasn't part of the study I don't think, but I'll bet you it has something to do with emotional intelligence, that women are more in touch with their intuition, their creativity, their feeling center, and these days then women are obviously much more coming into the workplace and everything than 40 years ago, doing jobs that previously they weren't allowed to do, and getting all those skills and everything, meanwhile still being in touch with their feelings and their emotions. And so they have both realms to work with. That's just my own personal opinion on that. If you search around on Google, then you can probably find that book. Search for women are better than men at just about everything book, something like that. Anyways, that's a little bit about emotional intelligence. Thanks for watching.